YouTube, there is no firearms in this video.
Welcome back to the Low-Key AirGunner YouTube channel. This episode will be my review of the Umarex MarkPoint .177 break barrel pellet pistol. This is a review in collaboration with AirGunSource Canada, so a huge thank you to them for this opportunity. In the last few videos, we tested the trigger, the velocity, we cleaned it together, we tested the sights and accuracy and stuff with 16 different pellets. Now I pretty much know what I need to know to be able to review it. I might try to do a few mods later, I might not, who knows. If this video gets a lot of views and I get a lot of comments about that, that might help. Anyways, my back hurts because of the snow and the wood, so let's sit down. Alright, so let's get this Umarex MarkPoint review going. This is also called a Umarex SPA-100, I believe. So this should be about the same pistol. In Europe, they seem to have a shorter barrel one, which is called the SPA-60. I've not seen this one in USA or Canada yet, so I don't know if this is available, but just so you know. Let's read the quick description on AirGunSource and go over the specs. The Umarex .177 caliber MarkPoint is an affordable single-shot air pistol that delivers unlimited shooting fun. It is sold $69.99 Canadian at AirGunSource. It is full polymer. It has sort of a grippy texture, by the way, and also has some red accents, if you did not notice that already. It is a break barrel pellet pistol, single shot, of course. It is spring piston, .177 caliber. It shoots 395 FPS with alloy, they say. I had not this kind of results with my alloy pellets. In fact, they shot a bit slower, but I did get around 340 FPS with 7.3, 7.4 grain pellets, so not too bad. The big advantage of it being low powered is that it is very easy to cock compared to my Benjamin Trail that I had, and also it is very quiet. I will use this kind of air pistol from 5 to 15 meters, not much more than that due to the reduced velocity, but this can be a good and bad thing depending of what you're looking for. If you're looking for big power, this might not be it, but if you're looking for a nice tool to do some backyard basement linking, not too loud and stuff, and you don't want ricochets from a BB gun, this can be it. I got some pretty decent accuracy in the basement from 22 feet with it. This is some JSBs. This was also some other JSBs. This is some RWS hobbies and Meister Kugel. So really not horrible. After testing like 16 pellets in it, I will recommend about those 4, but you might want to watch my accuracy video for that because I will not talk much more about that. But yeah, to keep it very short, they recommend shooting RWS pellets in it, and those did about the best, so you can trust them. Those are 7 grain Meister Kugels and those are Hobby 7 grains. They did about the same, but maybe I need to shoot more Meister Kugel to see the difference because I did have a bit of spread with the hobbies in my actual accuracy test on camera. One of the main downsides of this affordable pistol is that it does not have a rail to mount an optic. Also, it has fixed sights with no color on the front. This is black, this is red. Also, the notch is pretty large compared to the size of the front sight, so there's quite a gap. You can line up, you know, it works, but I kind of prefer when it lines up a bit better and there is less of a gap. So not the best sights, but not the most expensive pistol either. So alright. This pistol is right around 1.79 pounds and it is pretty well balanced. I thought that it might be front heavy, but as you might see, it is really not. This must be about half of the weight of the Benjamin Trail pistol that I had, and that's just the air more weight than the Beeman P17 over there, so really not bad. The overall length is 16 inch and 3/4. The length of pull, you know, from there to my finger is about 3 inch and 1/4, so it feels comfortable to me, at least. They say that the barrel is like 10.62 inch, but if you don't count the kind of muzzle brake that there's on there, it is more like 9.5, I think. Of course, this is shooting pellets, so they did put rifling in the barrel, but it is also choked from what I can tell. It has a bit of a tight spot near the end. I don't know if that's a weird crown thingy going on, but it is. This is one of the mods that I might want to risk if I have the tools for it, but I really don't know. I kind of want to keep it like that too. So comment if you want to see that. One of the other big downside of this affordable pellet pistol, we gotta remember this point, is that it has a pretty heavy trigger. It is a bit over 8 pounds. I don't know if it is 9 pounds on mine at least, but it recorded a bit higher than my Wheeler trigger scale that stopped at 8 pounds. So it is not the best trigger for sure. We did test that in a video if you want to see that. It has a manual and a grip safety. Both will prevent the trigger from being pulled. And also I do want to mention that this one is pretty easy to play with the thumb. I kind of like that. So to finish with, Umarex mentions a 90-day warranty in their manual. So if you have any issues with it out of the box, you can fix it, hopefully. I was supposed to only say the specs and stuff and just quit talking, but this was a bit messy. Now let's talk about the positive points of this pistol. Let's start with my first positive point. It is very affordable. You can get yourself one at AirGunSource Canada. It is also very easy to cock. You do need some force, but not an extreme amount of it. And now I cocked it, so that's kind of bad. Do not dry fire break barrels. And I'm pointing in a safe direction. Wear safety glasses. Use your safeties and stuff, you know. Alright, so where I was, it is very easy to cock. I will not do that again because the dog is not a fan of it. And also you don't need CO2 and stuff, so you can shoot pretty much how many times you want without extra cost. Two other things that I like about it is that it is very quiet, also very well balanced and not too heavy, so you don't get tired of holding it. The next one might be a positive or a negative point depending of who you are, but it is not too powerful and it doesn't shoot BBs, so it will not have many ricochets and stuff. Still wear safety glasses, but you know, it is low power, pretty safe for kids. It have 2 safeties also, so that's another good point for training and stuff. There is the manual and grip safety. So, and a fairly heavy trigger, which is also in the negative points, but you know, it is an affordable pistol. Now let's go for the actual negative points. It does not have adjustable sights. It does not have any colors on there, so no fiber optics sights either. It does not have a rail, so you cannot use optics. So this limits a bit the kind of pellets that you might want to use if they don't land where you want them to land, but RWS pellets does seem to land at the right spot. You might want to install a rail on there. You might not want to risk that. It depends of what you want to do. I'm still unsure of if I want to do that yet. Another note on the sights, it is pretty cool that there's some red on there to contrast with the black front sight, but the front post is way too small for the size of the notch on the back, so this is not the best sights. And of course, the other main negative point is the pretty heavy trigger. It is over 8 pounds on this one, and let's just say that after shooting like 160 pellets in the same day during the accuracy testing, it was pretty stiff on my finger at the end, and I did start to feel it. So you do get used to it, but if you shoot a lot in the same day, it can get a bit, you know. Another note, my accuracy test was while being rested, so of course a heavy trigger might make you pull more shots if you are shooting from unsupported / standing and stuff. I might try to mod the trigger, but you know, comment that stuff, because I might try to polish it for you if you're really interested into seeing that. There is a few videos around that you could find to see that, but I would like to make a better one if you guys want to see that. Overall, that will be about it for the negative points. This is an affordable pellet pistol. We cannot ask for much more than that. It is sold like $35 US from Umarex. So that's about what you get. It does have a few downside that something like a P17 that is not much more money might not have, but this one is copied on a $300 something gun, so what do you want to say? Quick note while I'm at it, this is way easier to load with your fingers and stuff if you have big fingers than something like a P17, so take that in consideration. If I can compare it to another air pistol, my used to be Benjamin Trail MK1 detuned air pistol was way heavier and also did not have the best trigger and was like $30 more. Nah, like $40, $50 more. So yeah, it did have a bit more power until it lost most of it because it broke. But you know, you can't have it all. You either pay for more or you get less, or you know. That was more than enough rambling for today. A huge thank you to AirGunSource Canada for sending this pistol to review during winter in the basement and have a little bit of fun. Also, a huge thank you to you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want me to mod this pistol or if you want to see more plinking. No matter what you want to see, tell me in the comment section and I will see y'all in the next one.